Ms. Xolo, Prof. Ncanywa, thank you so much for joining us today. In your research, you look at digitalization and economic development. Could you share with us what digital platforms you considered for your research?
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Mafunda. I mainly chose the mostly used platforms. That is your cell phones, your Wi-Fi internet connections, the broadband connection, which is mostly used in the business sector, in offices and also in facilities like, for instance, Walter Sisulu University, where they need a bigger volume of bandwidth. So I chose mostly the variables, I call them variables in my state, that are mostly used so that they can make sense to everyone at large. Thank you.
What role does digitalization play in economic development?
Okay, thank you so much. Let me first explain what digitalization is. It's mainly the process of being able to use a computer or internet. So in the business spectrum, it's mostly cost-effective way of doing things. For instance, I'll make an example for this institution, for an example. It's not necessarily the fact that you have to move from Umtata to East London campus to hold a meeting. You can do it via Zoom or Teams meeting. So it saves costs in terms of transportation, accommodation, and stuff. And also, it's now very much used even in households because people buy online. We're able to buy groceries, we're able to buy food. So it's cost effective and very much convenient. And then economically, it puts us on the map with other countries to compete with. Remember, we are still a developing country. And unfortunately, in the development stage, you get compared to the developed countries. They don't move you back to underdeveloped countries. So those countries are very much ahead in terms of technology. So, it makes things easier. It grows the economy. Yeah. Thank you so
Prof.
much.
Ncanywa, as a supervisor, was this a conventional topic to consider, or is this something that you are now seeing as a direction that academia is leaning towards in terms of digitalization?
Thank you very much, ma'am. The issue of digitalization is more aligned with the current issues and is more significant because it has a big impact in our economy, and even our university is also touching on issues of technology. Our vision, we are a technology-infused university, so this study was more relevant and is currently having an impact on the economic development, because when we talk about economic development, we talk about issues of improving the standard of living of human beings, and therefore digitalization is more making the lives of the people easier and is creating employment as well. So we have got this issue of high rate of unemployment. So this is more relevant to exactly the challenges we have. So this study was solving a problem that is also mentioned in the issue of sustainable development goals. So it is more relevant.
Ma'am, why did you use the variables that you used? I know you used the Human Development Index and you used the Gross National Index.
Okay, thank you so much. These two are two measures that measure the development of a country in terms of, let me try break it into simple English, in terms of how the country performs compared to other countries. So it's measured with those. And that's why I chose the two. And I chose mostly HDI because it concentrates mostly on our daily standards of living, like Prof has mentioned. Like it focuses on the stages of life, like from birth to school life, working life, adulthood, and. So it's much more vast. And it was found to be a better measure than the gross national income.
Thank you very much for joining us and thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.